Hey YouTube, 6 shooter here, bringing you the Beretta PX4 Storm subcompact in 9mm. And the topic of this is this truly a viable concealed carry option? And let's go over some of those topics for those that would consider this gun as concealed carry. It's never going to be as small as an LCP or the SIG 238s, 938. It's just not. It's a lot thicker. The decockers do stick out a little bit more. Um, you know, it feels, and this is, to me, this is the bonus of it. It feels like a full size gun, even though it's a subcompact and it's really really small. But it's got the thickness here because it is a double stack. Has a full sized feeling to it that is a lot different than even the 238, 938 LCPs, LC9s, where they feel just smaller in the hand and a lot more snappiness. And this thing is just like Beretta. Almost every Beretta I've ever owned, it's just smooth. It's just like glass. It just racks nice. It doesn't feel like it binds or anything like that. It just feels really good. Decent 3-dot sights. I believe they are a glow in the dark, where you charge them. They are not night sights, but they're good for the range. Hammer fired. But the key element of this is 13 plus 1. That is a huge capacity for any subcompact, and that's really what its true selling point is. So if you want a very small gun, here's a 938 cleared, 7 plus 1 with the extended mag, 6 plus 1 with the stock mag. Very small, single action only. Got to take it off safety to shoot it. Wonderful firearm. And now I believe 6 or 7 is enough for any self-defensive situation. But hey, now car that I talked about earlier. I've been carrying this a lot lately. 7 plus 1. I did put the XS 3-dot sights on here. Single stack, a lot thinner. It is a lot smaller. Now this is all stainless steel, so it feels a little heavier. But great firearm. But once again, single stack, and most of the time, single stacks, you're going to have a limited capacity. So where this guy, what I wanted to do was complete my, kind of my carry options. Is this has 13 plus 1. So if you can deal with it a little bit thicker, then you've got a monstrous capacity for a defensive carry subcompact firearm. Their mags, they give you one that's got this ingenious little foldable pinky plate that when you put it in there, particularly like at the range or something like that, you get it's a little tighter, but a full 3 fingers you can get on this guy. The basic features of it, and there's tons of videos, so I'm not going to go through all the breakdown or anything unless you guys want me to, but has a decocker, which is full safety. So once again, we're cleared. So the trigger doesn't even work with this down. With the decocker safety up, your first shot is double action. Now you can pull the hammer back and immediately make it single action. And then, but if you don't do that, after your trigger fires, every shot after that is single action. So you get this really nice, lightweight, controllable trigger. You got some finger grooves on both sides for like an indentation for a memory spot to keep your fingers out. Very easy to hold, feels good. The slide just moves like glass. It's really really smooth. Now where this one's different than the other PX4s is it does not have the rotating barrel because it is such a short frame that there's not enough area in there to bring that in. So this is more common of your typical floating barrel. It does have that little like, you know, flare at the end. It does have some groovings cut out. That way, if you set it down like that, it doesn't ding the inside of the barrel. And to me, these storms are beautiful. I think they're so easy to overlook. You know, with a lot of the Glocks that are out there, some of the smaller Glocks, some of the other popular, you know, the Smith and Wesson, the Shields out there. I mean, they're all fine firearms. I'm just simply suggesting that I think a lot of people look at this and think it's racy or, you know, radical looking, and don't really pick it up and use it. But if you go out on YouTube and check out a bunch of videos, and you'll find a lot of people kind of say the same thing. They don't even consider it till they pick one up and shoot it, and they're like, wow, this feels like a full size gun. It doesn't feel like a little two finger, you know, two finger pistol that you can only get your barely get your hands around, especially if you have larger hands. So go to your local gun store, pick one up, rent one, shoot one, give it a whirl. And like I said, I like it. For me, it is a little thicker, but you know, good gosh, you got 13 round magazine is pretty impressive. So where I'd say the niche of this falls is if you want a small pistol in a larger caliber like 9mm versus like a 380, and you want a higher capacity, you should definitely consider taking a look at this this firearm. It's pretty cool. So anyway, if you have any questions, shoot me an email. Be safe.